We've been talking about those wildfires burning across Minnesota during this severe drought, and volunteer agencies are now stepping in to help. Joining us is Dan Williams, an executive director with the American Red Cross, about their efforts and what you can do to help. Good morning, Dan. How's it going?
Good morning. How are you doing?
I am very well. Thank you for asking. So what kind of services is the Red Cross providing right now to those people who are battling the flames in northern Minnesota?
So since last Tuesday afternoon, we've been operating a 24-hour-a-day shelter with disaster health services, as well as our sheltering support, some pet sheltering in partnership with the county, and really just providing a place for people to go if they need to. So we know that people have been evacuated. Some people have likely lost homes, but they're just in the process of disaster assessment right now. So, really, we've got some really dedicated volunteers that are being there for those people that need a place to go, need a hot meal, need to just have a place to stop and get support, whether that be disaster health services support or just emotional support for the stress that they're going through.
And so just describe that situation up there, what you're seeing, kind of what the feeling is while this is happening.
I mean, it's a tough part of the state. For those of you who've been up on the North Shore area of Lake Superior, there's fires that are sort of between the Iron Range and the North Shore, and so there's very few roads that are between there, and most of them have really been shut off because of the fires. So it's sort of a disconnected situation. People that would maybe normally go do things up on the Iron Range really it's a several-hour drive now to get from Silver Bay to the Iron Range. Our volunteers are really there for people. We moved the evacuation site from the North Shore side of the fire over towards the Iron Range side of the fire. So we're on the on the western side of the fire now, where there's sort of more need, more people that have been displaced.
And so for you personally and for members of the team, how does it feel to help those that are struggling in this situation, that are facing incredibly difficult life situations?
Well, it's interesting. Just like over in the Fargo area, all across the Red Cross chapter that covers your area, we have great volunteers. And so our volunteers are there, whether it's for a single family house fire that affects somebody in Fargo today, or whether it be, a bunch of people displaced by a wildfire. Really the idea is the humanitarianism component of it. So our volunteers are there to be there for their neighbors, to make a difference. And so whether that's people over in this area or the wildfires, or whether it's the great volunteers that you have over in North Dakota and western Minnesota, it's really the same thing, whether it's a big disaster or a small one. It's there to be there for people, to provide comfort, and really deliver hope.
What would you say to someone who's thinking about volunteering or wants to get involved?
It's interesting. One of the big pushes of the Red Cross this summer has been really recruiting three types of volunteers. One is volunteers that can work at shelters, either locally or going to a national disaster. People that can respond to local disasters like house fires and be there for their neighbors. And then disaster health services volunteers, so nurses, people with medical training, both for local work, but also for deploying to national disasters. And interestingly, what we're seeing here north of Duluth in our area up here is really all of those three things coming together, this is why these things are all a big need. And whether it's for a local disaster that might affect your area or ours, or whether it be the wildfires out west or a hurricane hitting down south, those types of volunteers are hugely in need right now. So people can go to the Red Cross website, call or email the sites that you have there. And it's really a great team of people. You have a great team of people over in the chapter that's based out of Fargo there. So, be part of it. It's really needed.
And again, that website was redcross.org/volunteer. And so I just have to say thank you for everything that you do for people and all the help that you give to communities, Dan. It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, no, it's great to be able to be in a role that I am, supporting our volunteers, making a difference. Thanks for having us on.
All right, have a good day. Coming up on today's show, knowing the value of your homes and some tips so you can get it sold quickly.